Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the things I wish I knew before having a baby. To preface this, we did have a stillbirth in May of 2023, so I went through postpartum, but it was just a lot different. Then we had our second daughter August of 2024. So I'm about 6 months postpartum, and it has just been a whirlwind of emotions and learning. I'll give you guys 10 things that I wish I knew before I would have had a baby. All good things, all good things. The first thing is that breastfeeding is not natural or easy for some people. You could have low milk supply, you could have a baby who struggles to latch, like there's just different things. And so I breastfed her probably the first 4 days of her life. It was so rough. She was not latching correctly, so she wouldn't get enough milk. I was like, I'll just go ahead and pump. And so ever since then, I've been exclusively pumping. It is the hardest thing I've ever had to do, like mentally and physically, but it's not as easy. It's just, oh, are you gonna breastfeed? Yes or no? There might be complications, there might be issues, there might be things you have to change. That kind of brings us into our next one of everything is not going to go as you plan it. I really like to plan things out, and there have been so many things that I was like, oh, we'll do it this way, we'll do it this way, and then no, I never thought I would have my child in an exerciser because there's mixed feelings about hips and joints and all of that stuff, but we have one. I thought she would be sleeping in her own bedroom by now, and I'm like, it kind of feels weird to think about her being in a separate room than us. So it's just like, don't have too many expectations. It's all going to depend on the temperament of your child. There's just so many factors that go into play that you don't know until you're in it. And so I just wish that I would have been a little more open to whatever came for us. You are likely going to be either anxious, depressed, or both after you give birth. I think it's just due to the hormone dip. I don't actually have like postpartum anxiety or depression or anything, at least not that I know of, but you are going to experience this huge dip, and especially at night. I would cry probably every night for the first at least couple of weeks of her life. And a lot of times I didn't even know why I was crying. I didn't know why I was upset, but it was just like this feeling of like dread, or I don't even know how to explain it. Thank goodness for TikTok when I was going through this, because I saw like on my For You page, moms talking about it and stuff like that. So I did not feel crazy, but I wish I would have known that that was going to happen before it happened. This kind of ties into how everything will not go as planned, but also there's no right way to parent. You're gonna have a bunch of people around you telling you what you need to try, what you need to do, what you shouldn't do, what you should do. You are the parent, and so what you feel is right for your child is valid. You're gonna have people saying, oh, your baby needs socks on. Oh, you should try this. Oh, have you tried that? Oh, your baby needs to be sleeping this way. Like, you're just gonna have all of these people saying so many different things, and just really rely on your pediatrician and yourself and your research and all of that to decide what is best for your baby, because you will know what is best for your baby. This is another thing. Immediately after birth, whether it's a stillbirth, whether it's a live birth, anything, miscarriage, people will immediately start asking you when you're gonna have another child. And frankly, it's frustrating. When we lost Paisley, immediately people are like, well, when are you gonna try again? When are you gonna have another baby? It was like the most triggering thing ever. Like, we will have a baby when we tell you we're gonna have a baby. Do not feel the pressure of having another child because people keep asking you when you're gonna have another one, because that is all your decision. There's this magical thing that happens when you have a child, is everyone who you've ever known in your life, or a lot of people that you've known in your lifetime, will come out of the woodwork like a sneaky little snake and just want to see you and your baby after not talking to you for God knows how long. And it's okay to say no. People are gonna try to see your baby even if like they don't actually care about you. because it's a new thing and they want to see the new thing. This is one of the big ones. Just because someone has the same blood type as your baby does not mean they get access to your baby. Oh, well, their blood, their family, you can't choose family, so we've just got to put up with them. No, you don't. You do not owe anyone anything in your life. If you do not feel like somebody, family member, family friend, anyone is fit to be around your child, that's your choice. They do not get access to your baby just because they're related to you or have known you. You are allowed to cut people out. You are allowed to cut ties. You are allowed to take your child away from unsafe people, no matter who that is in your life. And it kind of ties into our next point. I wish I would have known that having your own child can trigger your childhood trauma. I did not realize how much having your own child can do that to you. So if you have childhood trauma, it will probably be really hard for you at first because you just won't understand. It won't make sense to you because you just love this little ball of just beauty so much, and you don't understand how someone could just take it and be so irresponsible and careless and all of that with it. And so just be ready. Have somebody, whether it's your partner, whether it's your mother-in-law, whether it's, I don't know, anyone in your life that you can talk to, because along with the hormone dips, this is also going to come up. So you need to be prepared and have people behind you that love you and can listen to you. Also, on another note, having a child will teach you how selfish you are, because I did not realize how selfish of a person I am, or I was, still a little bit, but until you have a child. Because it's like your whole world that you have created with like you and your spouse or just you, like that's everything you've wanted. And then you bring this child in and it's like, okay, what I need doesn't really matter anymore. And so I just remember like maybe being a couple weeks postpartum and being like, I was the most selfish human being on earth. And you don't know what you don't know. And like, I think it's just kind of how you grow after you have a kid, but I don't know, your whole perspective on life changes. And I feel like you grow a lot and you understand that a lot of things that you thought were really big deals don't really matter that much anymore. And so it's a cool way to grow, but it's kind of like, it just, everything hits you all at once and it's just hard. And again, I think that's why you need specific support people who can be there for you. And that is something that I really wish I would have had. It's so easy to get in your head when you're postpartum of like, while yes, you might have been selfish before, like it's not selfish to take care of yourself mentally and physically. Like it is not selfish to shower. It is not selfish to brush your teeth. It is not selfish to take those moments for yourself. And I really thought that was the case when I was first postpartum. Like I thought that taking care of myself just in physical ways was neglecting my baby, and that is not the case. It is so important for you to take care of yourself, because when you take care of yourself, you are taking care of your baby in a way, because you are going to be better equipped to show up for that baby well. Like I wish that I knew how scary having a baby would be. Like it is the scariest but the best thing that you will ever do in your life. There's just so much that can happen to them and you can't control everything about their life. And I just think it's so hard, but honestly, raising a child is like, it's the most rewarding thing you could ever do. Wait until they smile at you for the first time. Just wait until you hear them laugh for the first time. Those are such precious moments, and it's so rewarding to see like you grew this, like this is yours, and it's so rewarding, but it is scary. You are raising this child and like it's your responsibility to like raise them well and provide for them and just keep them alive. Honestly, like it's stressful, but it's again rewarding. Those are just some things that I wish I knew before having a baby. Obviously there's a lot more, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.